To go over portfolio management. If you're a prepper, and I'm doing this because preppers, if you haven't noticed, your portfolio arrangement has radically changed with the increase in gold and silver. And and a while ago, I told you I wouldn't be buying gold and silver anymore because it had exceeded a specific amount of my portfolio value, which I didn't want. Um, to do anymore because I use it as gold and silver as insurance should the global economic system have a meltdown, right? So what I did was I went over, I put it in five categories, and you may want to do this for yourself, especially if you're retired. Please consider this. So gold and silver and platinum, which I only own 1 ounce of platinum, is now 22% of my net worth. And that's huge. I normally, as a gold and silver stacker, was only supposed to be 10% of my net worth, right? And it has gone up so much. It is now 22%. And that's why I haven't been buying anymore for how many years now? During this whole surge, I've just been sitting on what I already hold. And this is why I wasn't buying anymore because it has gone up so much. Real estate is 18%. So the gold and silver outweigh my real estate, right? So, man, that's why I'm telling you, take a look at your net worth, your portfolio, all of it, gold, silver, real estate, stocks, bonds, cash, you know what I mean? Take a look and see how you're arranged right now, and I'll get into that as we go on. Then stocks is only 7%. I told you about that 3 years ago. Bonds, 9%, if you want to even call them bonds, because they're actually cash equivalent. I'm just getting a good rate on it. And then cash is 44%. Okay, so actual cash in the bank, which most portfolio managers would not have you do what I'm doing. But I want you to consider what's happening. Jeffrey Gundlach just come out and said at least get 20% cash in your portfolio. Warren Buffett on cash and cash equivalents and Berkshire Hathaway is 35%, I think. Don't quote me on that, but last time I looked, I think that's what they were at, 35%. So a lot of the world and these elites are preparing for something big, folks. And I'll tell you, the numbers coming out of China that I just got tonight from several sources, man, this is not good. Okay. So something's going to break in the global markets, both monetary and equities. And something's going to give somewhere soon. Okay. So my cash could actually be moved up closer to 50%, but I separated cash out and the bonds. But the bonds are actually a cash equivalent. Like Buffett owns like 6% of the treasury market. So that can be considered cash because you can flip it overnight, right? So it's not a big deal, or you can flip it, with the stroke of a keyboard back to cash, even though you're getting interest. So the whole point of this video is, have you gone over your portfolio management and looked at the radical shift, especially if you're a stacker, okay? The radical shift. Now, I listened to Lynn Alden tonight. From what she said in this interview, she thinks gold and silver's gotten ahead of itself. So do I. And remember, silver miners are only pricing silver at 40 an ounce, okay? That's what they're calculating for their earnings, all right? And that could be radically different, but hey, they're in the business. They know what they're doing. So I want you to consider that also. I'm not telling you what to do. I never give advice. This video is not economics advice, financial advice, or advice of any kind. Please seek out proper professional advice that is right for you. And now that gets me to the final point. A lot of fund managers are still trying to run that 60-40 stock bond portfolio. And I believe, and many others believe right now, that portfolio is severely at risk. But you get the advice that's right for you. And that's why mine is so broken up the way it is, and mostly cash. Okay. And cash equivalents. There's one more category I wanted to talk to you about, and especially if you're a single guy, right? You paid off your house, you're, in your retirement years or whatever. The total value, like my solar system's probably valued at 30,000. My tractor, who knows how much it's worth, right? Because it's worth more now than I paid for it when I bought it new. All right. So that's a strange anomaly, isn't it? Something goes up in value, a piece of equipment. And then there was other things, vehicles. How much are they valued at that you currently own? I'm not talking about debt. When you own them, right? And you could flip them and sell them, how much are they worth? So that's the other category, which I didn't add into this portfolio. But anyway, take a look at your portfolio, talk with your financial advisor, and see if you're on the right track or if you're prepared for what might be coming down the road. Jim out.